Hello guys and welcome back to episode 7, I believe it is now, of the Borussia Dortmund save in FM24. So we're going to get straight back into the action and let's have a look where we are now. So, since last time we did play RB Leipzig and Manchester City where we did lose 4-3 to them, but we've advanced through in the Champions League. We have indeed got Newcastle in the round of 16, which is going to be an interesting poll. You can see there's Manchester City, United, Real Madrid, Manchester United would be a big one. Napoli, Manchester City, see if they can progress through. Barcelona have Feyenoord, which is probably the easiest poll of the group. Leipzig and Arsenal, an interesting one there. But let's just see how we can cope against them. So that'll be an episode in the future to look forward to. Today, a very simple one. Darmstadt 98 and Cologne. So I'm going to bring you this one. Then we'll have a transfer episode. Then the first Newcastle game and probably the second Newcastle game as well. So we can try and get through those as quick as we can. Since last time, what else has happened? We've actually done a few transfers. So going out, transfer history-wise, we've got Alex Oxlade Chamberlain leaving for 48 million. We knew that had happened. 48 million, a lot of money there. We've actually signed Nonto as you might say him. 17.5 million. We've loaned him straight back to Leeds in the Championship, just to let him have a bit more game time there because we know he's not going to be brilliant for us. The main aim of Borussia Dortmund is to bring in young players, let them develop, sell them on. So as you can see, we've got 17.5 million. Depends how well he plays for us. It'd be nice to bring off the bench. A lot of pace, a lot of physicality, very good there. Inside forward or advanced forward, we could play him there. I know we can play him as an inside forward support. 68 million maximum he's worth there as well, which is brilliant as we've done there. And then Adeyemi, I've loaned him out because he wasn't getting the first team football that I particularly wanted him to do. Like, he was coming off the bench. You can see here, 1 start on 14 appearances off the bench. I've loaned him out. 2 assists, 1 goal, 6.93 rating. Maybe he can get a few more starts for Werder Bremen, which I'm hoping he will be able to do, and develop a little bit more into the player that I really want him to be, which is going to be outside on that left-hand side as an inside forward as well. Other than that, since last time, we've brought in a few different players. Andre has joined us from Fluminense. Fluminense it was, just have to remind myself. So we've brought him in, a defensive midfielder and he can play that midfield role as well, but basically a ball-winning midfielder or a deep-lying playmaker, either or really. The ball-winning midfielders defend, can do a shift, can do very well, and then support he can do very well as well. We brought him in 17.5 million already. 70 million. You can see what I'm doing here. Basically, I've spent the money that I got for Alex Oxlade Chamberlain straight away and just invested back into the club. So I've probably spent about 60 there with 5 million extra, including in the Vitor Roque deal. But I know that I've sold Alex Oxlade Chamberlain. You know, we're going to get money for the Adeyemi deal. Emre Can left on deadline day near enough, so I had quite a bit of money spare anyway. So I thought, why not in January bring in quite a few youngsters? And you can see here the transfers balance out, so I'm more than happy with that. Then we've brought in this guy here called Bard Guji. I think I'm going to just call he's Rooney. It's Rooney. Rooney reincarnate. This guy looks sensational, by the way. So he starts off at Copenhagen. He was at Malmo, then went to there for free. And then this year, 12 appearances, 4 assists, 1 goal. Average rating of 7.53. And in the Champions League, as you can see here, Continental, or the Europa League maybe, 12 games, 5 goals. So 9.25 million we've brought him in for. He looks like he's going to be surreal. I mean, the dribbling, the first touch, the passing, the technique, proven already. He's got great long shots at 14, and corners are very, very high. Then the flair's high, the off the ball is high, 14, anticipation as well. I mean, normally at 18 years of age, the mental stats up here are lingering around 10s, 12s. 13s and 14s and even 16 for determination, I'm very happy with. And then physically as well, bar strength and jumping reach, which I'm not too fussed about. Pace is high, agility and balance are already there. Natural fitness and stamina can be worked on. This guy looks like a machine. He looks very, very good. And he's only just turned 18 as well. So he's 17 when the game first starts. Very good pickup by us. I think he's going to be probably the Bellingham type player where you're bringing him in at 17, 18 years of age. Hopefully we can sell him on for a lot of money if we do decide to sell him on. And then the big one here is Vitor Roque, which I pushed to get done. I could have probably got him for cheaper than 25 million. 16 goals in 33 appearances for him in Brazil. Advanced forward, you can see there, I mean, he fits the bill perfectly. 15 finishing, 14 first touch, 14 dribbling, 13 long shots, 13 heading, 14 off the ball, 15 composure, 13 decisions, and his physicals are very good. His strength's very high for a small man. Well, I say small, he's 5'8", average height. Yeah, we've brought in quite a few good players. So the tactics changed a little bit. It's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be 4-2-2-2. We're playing this one. We still have the 5-2-1-2 if you want to play that, and we do have the 3-4-3. I'm going to play the 4-2-2-2. to, I think this is going to be our main one going forward now, because we do have the capacity to play a lot of strikers, which is what I want to get to. Haller is on international duty, so we do have other players to bring in. We know that we've got quite a good team now in terms of looking at across the pitch. We've got Andre, who can play in the ball in a midfielder support role. Royce in this deep line playmaker role, because he is aging, but he can play that deep line playmaker role pretty well. Like, the balance is high. He's got good passing and good visioning. It's just his positioning which is a bit off, but he's going to fit there quite nicely because he's good at everything else. Then we've got Almada, who can play on the right hand side, who's been improving massively, by the way. 10 million we brought him in for, and already we've seen this side of like Christmas a huge improvement. Then Julian Brandt on the left, who's been very good for us this year so far, 10 assists in 15 games. Then up front, Makoko and Vitor Roque, a very young front two, 19 and 18 respectively. Tomori, Schüller in there, Ryerson and Wijndal, who've been playing very well. And on the bench, we've got a pretty bolstered defence, and the one thing that's let me down is Matt Hummels decided to go to Newcastle. I think it was the contract offer for him, because we did offer him I think we offered him about 90k a week, because he's good, but he's deteriorating. He's not as good as he used to be. He's slowly going to just deteriorate really, really fast. And I didn't want to sell him. I didn't want to get rid of him, but he chose to go to Newcastle instead. So we're going to have to leave that there. So that's what's happened since last time in terms of transfers. In the schedule, what's happened is we've played Augsburg and beat them 2-1 away from home. We beat Mainz 2-1 at home. So Schlotterbeck OG, so we scored all 3 goals in that. And then against Bayer Leverkusen, Haller set off very, very good as we started. Then Grimaldo equalised just after half-time. We're going to play against Darmstadt today. I think that's what I'll do. I'll bring you Cologne as well. Depends how things are going. I think I'd like to bring you both the games. I'll just quickly skim through them, because the main one is the highlights for the transfers. I just wanted to update you on what's going on. Benson Biney, he might be leaving to Manchester City for 22.5 million. I think there's a transfer already put in here, 22.5. He's just not been good for us, I'll be honest. 6.88, very average. Whenever he's played, average. And, he's not quite a full-back, not quite a centre-back. He reminds me of a lot of Ben Godfrey, which, if you watched the Tottenham save last year, he just wasn't great. Yeah, he's off. And then Ozcan, another player that I'm trying to ship off. He's wanted by a lot of teams on loan, so I might try and get rid of him on loan. But he's another player that I'll be just leaving the club. I don't think he suits us too well. Again, 6.7 in 3 games. In about 4 of 4 that he's played for the club, he's only averaged a 6.81. So, again, not fantastic. Let's have a look at our tactical meeting, then I'll get into this. We have got Damgart. So we're going to play positive football, because they are last in the league at the moment. We're going to play with this side. I want to see how this goes. The selection advice is telling me to put Hummels and Schlotterbeck in. Definitely not. I'm playing Tomori and Schüller. Renato Sanchez to replace Andre. I want to see if Andre can perform well in this new position. If it doesn't go to plan, I'll put a box-to-box midfielder in, and that'll be Renato Sanchez's role. It's telling me to start Rooney. They want me to start Rooney in his first game here, but I want to slowly introduce him, because I believe Thiago Almada is he's in great form, basically. And then it's telling me to put Makoko in this complete forward and Marlon in this advanced forward position. We like Daniel Marlon. I think he's very good. He's not unbelievable. He's not setting the world alight. If you compare him to the likes of Vitor Roque, I think they're very, very similar players. Vitor Roque just maybe even pips him just about. The physicals are swing a little bit more in Marlon's favour. He's just a bit faster. But technically, you can see there, apart from free kick taking, passing, and a little bit more technique, Vitor Roque pips him in that. Makoko, we just know. Makoko's improving. The finishing's already gone up to a 16. If you compare him to Vitor Roque, it's looking quite similar. I mean, obviously Vitor Roque is a little bit better than him at the moment, but I think altogether these two are going to balance each other out quite well. That's what I think anyway. So that's how we're going to line up. We've got a good bench. Renato Sanchez, Nemeka, he's going to be able to maybe shine now. 23 years of age, he's got a high potential. We brought him in for 25.5 million this year. Well, I didn't, but the game did. Borussia Dortmund brought him in. So we're going to see how he does. So it's going to be interesting to see how he performs. I think he's a very good deep line playmaker, I'll be honest with you. Especially on support, I think he's very good. So we can maybe replace Royce, could be that position. Renato Sanchez can cover the other position. We've got Reina, Rooney, who can play on the wide position. We've got Marlon, who can take out for one of the strikers. Mafiao, I'm happy to slot in either side. Schlotterbeck as well, happy to slot in either side. It's just a goalkeeper we need to focus on now. Then obviously we've got Sebastian Haller, who can come into the side and slot in as well and become he's a strong asset for us. Longley, sitting on the bench, 55k a week. Maybe I should bring in or see what our youth intake's like, because that'll be more interesting. That's everything. We'll give these guys their numbers. We'll get into the match, and I'll see you once we first start, and let's have a go against Darmstadt. So we've got the match preview. Bundesliga, the 4-2-3-1 for Darmstadt. I mean, they're going advanced midfielders and defensive midfielders. It's going to be an interesting one. The stadium is not too big. There's our side. It's already looking completely different to the one that I think Borussia Dortmund start at the moment. We've got Moukoko up front, Vitor Roque coming, Almada's coming, Andre's coming, Wijndal's coming, Tomori's coming. I think what I might do, I might just bring you this one game today, just so we can see how we play in this one. And then I might just leave it there, because I've already gone through the transfers as much as I can. I don't want to carry on and have this episode being like a 20-odd minute episode. I want to just see how we can cope from here. So Almada plays the ball back into Wijndal. Vitor Roque is there on his debut. His first goal for Borussia Dortmund. The £25 million man has put it into the back of the net. He's been there, the poacher that he is. And I don't know if I might make him into a poacher, because he does suit that advanced forward role much better. Wijndal into Almada. Plays it back inside to Wijndal. Vitor Roque with the movement puts it into the back of the net. That's 1-0 to Borussia Dortmund. Darmstadt already 1-0 down within 20 minutes, and we are firing. I didn't bring you the league table, did I? That's the one thing I never did. I need to show you the league table. The league table, we're currently sitting top on goal differences. Brandt, with a glancing header, just puts it wide after a cross from Almada. So if we bring up the league table, there we are. We're top. Oh, well, there's another highlight here. Royce picks up in this deep line playmaker role. Andre now on it. Into Schüller. This is more like it. The midfield, a bit more compact. We can play it around as we like. Brandt's trying to get that into the box. And now, Darmstadt look like they're going to try and come forward as Honsak's on it. Almada takes it off him, though. Tomori gets onto the ball. What can he do with it? Can he play it inside to Andre? He does. Andre shifts it into Roque, who finds Moukoko. Can he put it away? Into the bottom left-hand corner. That looked onside to me. A beautiful ball through from Roque. And this could be a bit of a lethal partnership, Moukoko and Roque. What a goal that was. Tomori into Andre. On the turn, plays it to Roque. Roque takes a touch out of his feet. Moukoko makes the run inside. And there we have it. Back of the net. In there. What a goal. But yeah, Vitor Roque on his first game. An assist and a goal. Happy days. I'm much, much happier with the way that we're playing football. These two midfielders as well. Hopefully they balance each other out, because I know Royce is going to be a bit of a question mark with the pace and the age getting to him now, as Moukoko is going down this left-hand side, and it's a poor touch inside, and it's punted clear towards Tomori, who heads it down. This is a chance for Darmstadt to come forward now as Honsak gets onto the ball. They're coming forward down this left-hand side. I'm not too easy on this, as it's crossed in, and now Brandt picks it up. Now, this is where we can probably counter-attack now with our pace going forward. Roque picks it up. Can he find Moukoko? He does. He plays Moukoko through, but I think that was off. That looks offside. This one, in this time, looked offside. This is looking lethal. This is genuinely looking lethal at the moment. I'm really liking this 4-2-2-2 that we're playing. I think as the year's gone on, we've done well with this 5-2-1-2, but now that we've got the players, now that we've got the how to fill, I think as a deep line playmaker instead of an advanced playmaker in the midfield, we're a bit more solid. This is looking promising. I'm happy with how things are going. Carry on. Start the second half. Let's see how we get through this one. As you can see in the top right, top of the league, 24 goal difference, 17 games played with 3 points ahead of Bayern. We were level on points, but beating them on goal difference. That's where we were. I'm going to go a bit more attacking because I want to try and get as many goals in this, because I think, looking at it, it's very, very close between us and Bayern, and I think we're going to have to try and beat them on goal differences. The ball's played back to Marvin Melem, and they've put it in the back of the net. It's 2-1. What's happened here? I want to watch this. Tomori gets sucked in. He dives into the challenge. Not good enough. And then he loses his man. Marlem's there. No one's there to pick him up. And it's gone into the back of the net. That's all on Tomori there. Not fantastic play from him, as we're going to make some changes now. Thiago Almada can come off. We're going to bring on, in this right-hand side, we're going to let Rooney have his first game out there. Andre is going to come off. We're going to bring in Renato Sanchez to replace him. Royce comes off, Nemeka in for him. Ryerson off. We're going to bring on Maffeo. Julian Brandt off. We're going to bring on Giovanni Reina. Let him have a bit of a game on the left-hand side. This looks very open on the left-hand side of the goal. Well, our right. Goalkeeper's left. Goalkeeper's left looks very open. Maybe we can take advantage of that. Reina stands over the free kick. I don't know if he's a free kick specialist, but he's put that over the bar. As in the 85th minute, we're still 2-1 up here. We're doing very well. 88th minute now. I'm going to go back to positive just to try and close out the game. I don't want to get over our heads here. Maffeo on the ball. Into Rooney. Nemeka now. Into Rooney. Great touch out of his feet. Plays it towards Makoko. What can he do with it? He puts it wide. Oh, I thought he put that in the back of the net. Or into the side netting. It's in 92nd minute now. We've completely demolished these guys, by the way. I mean, the expected goals isn't high, but the actual possession, the shots, they're very, very high in comparison. So we've done pretty well out here today. I'm pretty proud of us. As Maffeo heads it down into Rooney, what can he do with it now? He comes inside, making something of himself. Makoko, again, he puts it wide. He should be finishing that. 2 shots. I think it's just showing the inexperience, which we're going to have to put up with. But nice work. We've done well. We've managed to get through the game. It's 2-1 against bottom of the league. We've got there, and we're looking decent. Let's see how Bayern Munich fare. I don't know who they're playing. Oh, they've beat Hoffenheim 5-1, so that's put them top of the league. Typical. So I'll leave it there. I don't want this episode to be too long. I want to try and get the episode back sub 15 minutes. But I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, as ever, please leave a like. Thank you for 153 sub managers. We're going up about 1 a day here. The reception on this series has been fantastic. So thank you very much. I'm really, really happy with how things are going. I can't be happier. Very much liking this year's FM. So I hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, as ever, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. And I'll catch you in the next one. From me, Alex. Have a great day. Ciao.